The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Ryan Wilkes here with head women's golf coach Jessica Shepley here on the Eagles Sports Network. Before the spring season gets rolling here in a couple weeks, Coach Shepley, you get the team back from break, a month and some change to get ready to go. What's that been like in that process for you guys to get ready?
Well, unfortunately, we just got hit with that big snow, so our practice was halted quickly. But we do have an indoor facility in Knoxville, and we have a hitting bay down under the offices. So I think the girls have been utilizing that a bit. But playing golf in Tennessee, a lot of them are from this area, and the ones that aren't, most of them are from the north. So they understand that this is kind of just part of it, and you just have to be ready to go.
Now your first season as head coach here at Carson-Newman. The fall season had its ups and downs, but you guys finished on a high note there at the Music City Invitational. What did that mean to take that into the off season and get ready to go for the spring season?
Well, I'm hoping all the girls, gained a lot of confidence from that, realized that, regardless of the field, you still have to play golf, you still have to hit the shot. So, I think a lot of that's going to be kind of up to them, how they processed it and how they're going to take that moving forward.
So looking at this schedule at a bird's eye view, early in February, you might deal with some of those weather conditions early on that might affect how the course plays. How are you guys approaching that in practice and getting ready for those?
I think just once the snow melts again, I think we're just going to have practices kind of regardless of what the weather's like. We're going to be practicing in some rain. We're going to be practicing in some colder temperatures. So unfortunately, it's just kind of, like we said, it's just part of playing college golf in Tennessee. And but I think that hopefully practicing those conditions when we get there, it's not going to be as shocking.
So looking at the schedule, what are you most excited about this season? What do you know about some of the courses, and what are you guys doing to prepare for those?
Our second event at Hilton Head, the girls actually have won that event recently with some of the same players, so that'll be nice. And I've brought another team there as well, so I'm familiar with the course. I think we have some great fields we're playing, and just continue to see the competition that we need to be able to play with week in and week out. And I have 3 girls that played well in that last event in the fall, so they're exempt. So I'm hoping that with that little bit of confidence and then having some competitive qualifying, we'll be ready. But I think we're playing on great golf courses. Most of the girls have seen all of them, probably other than conference. So hopefully just be able to carry some of that knowledge from prior seasons with us.
So what are some things you want to work on as a team? You learned a lot in the fall, kind of see it as maybe a tune-up, but you guys still played well in some of those tournaments. What are you looking to build on here in this spring season?
Yeah, I think the fall is just a great time to be able to see what you really need to work on. We know conditions are going to be probably colder, they're going to be windy, there's going to be some wet conditions. So just kind of seeing the caliber of golf we need to play and know that conditions are also going to be a little tougher is going to help me prepare the girls in practice and kind of give them a better understanding of what they need to be able to do when we get out there in the spring. But again, I think the biggest part is just knowing what we need to practice and how to practice it.
So in the fall, we talked about, you guys wanted to eliminate big numbers. You started getting towards that goal near the end of the season. What are some other things that you kind of want to work on going into the spring, some things that maybe you saw in the fall that need some improvement?
I think we're going to spend a lot more time on the golf course. One of the biggest things for me this fall was to kind of understand everyone's game and to kind of see where we were on a skill level and on a mental level. So, now that I have a better understanding, I want to be able to put what we're doing in practice into play a little bit more and kind of work on hitting shots and actually playing golf instead of just working so much on drills and specific shots. Because if it's fine to practice them, but if you've never put them into play, you get into competition and it's just tough, and the confidence isn't there. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm going to do with the girls in practice over the next few weeks, getting ready for St. Augustine, is just put them in a lot more tournament situations, game time situations, where they're having to execute those shots that we worked so much on in the fall.
So going into this season, what would you say is the big overarching message that you want to send to the team just into every event? What's the big message you want them to take in every event this spring?
Just to believe and to have a lot of confidence. I think they're working hard. They're working on the right things. It's one thing to practice a lot, but it's another to actually work on the right stuff. So I think knowing that we've put in the time and the effort, and then to go to the golf course and to slowly figure out how to actually play golf. I think that's probably what every athlete and every coach is working on, is taking the skills and those skill sets and then having them, transform into actually game time settings. So I think that's the biggest thing that I just want to keep reminding the girls is we're doing a lot of good work, and now you got to take a step back, turn that brain off a little bit, and let that natural instinct just kick in and play.
Ryan Wilkes here with head women's golf coach Jessica Shepley before the spring season kicks off in a couple weeks right here on the Eagles Sports Network.